Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another episode of Jen Stampin' for Fun Tuesday Morning Live. And I like to go live 9 a.m. on Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern. And this is really my way of sharing crafting with you, sharing what I've been creating. I love playing with paper. It wasn't always the case, believe it or not. I know some of you who know me now would be like, what? You're so creative. But honestly, I did not realize the magic of playing with paper until someone invited me to a kind of a private class, a private get together where a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator showed us how to use the paper and how to use the stamps. And it was a lot easier than I thought because it was really the products that made it easy. And now there's so many ideas on the internet. And so I am now a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for over 15 years and I love it. The best part is really the new people I get to meet and the fun I have playing and creating. And so now I'm one of those people on the internet sharing ideas with you. And I hope that the projects inspire you. I hope you go for it. And if you have some supplies, take them out and play and create. And if you don't have any supplies, you can always purchase them from me. Everything I use, you can purchase directly through me. You can message me if you need help with your order, or you can head to my online store. So all my important links can be found here at Linktree/Stampin' for Fun. So if you want to request a catalog, if you want to browse the online store, I also run classes. Maybe you want to come and try out a class. You can use my supplies and just try it out. And I'm happy to help you. Okay, so that's just a few of the things that I do. There's always action happening in my world, so make sure to keep visiting my blog and my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and my YouTube channel, all these things, just so that you can keep inspired and learn more each time. Every week on Tuesday morning, I share a different card. Usually I try to pick a product and use that product all month so that you can kind of see the different ways you can use things with just one type of product. So hopefully you find it inspiring. It is great to have you here. And I do thank you just for your comments. I love to read your comments. So go ahead, comment, say hello. You might even win a little happy mail. Every now and then I pick a winner and send a little happy mail to you. So I love to read the comments. That's just a little perk for commenting. And thank you for being here. Even if you're watching the replay, I love to connect with you. So my name is Genevieve Coe. I live here in Markham, Ontario, Canada. As I mentioned, I've been a demonstrator for over 15 years. I'm kind of taking this whole year to celebrate my 15-year stampiversary. And hopefully you saw in my group, my Facebook group, that I am doing some fun creative stuff in there. So go check it out. Okay, who's ready to chat and play? And I do always have a little special going on. So if you do decide to shop, any order $60 or more through my online store, if you use this host code here, XWGC2223, I will gift you with a free class in the mail. So then what will happen is if you place a minimum $60 online order in March, in the beginning of April, I will send you the make and take packet. It'll look something like this. Everything will be pre-cut for you in a little envelope, and I'll send it to you so that you can craft along when I'm stamping the April cards. Okay, so many of you received the packets for March. So maybe you're watching the video just to craft along with me. My March packets went out earlier in the month. So by now you should have them if you qualified by placing your order in February. So hope that makes sense. Whatever month you place your online order in, as long as your online order is $60 or more, then you will receive the make and take packets for the cards that I'll be doing the following month. Okay, so why don't we pull up my tabletop? Let's see. Okay, So just a reminder, all my important links can be found at linktree/Stampin' for Fun. There's a dot between the EE. It's been a kind of an interesting week this week because my husband left on mission to Nicaragua on Saturday. So I'm solo parent here, and which is fine. My kids are older, but I've been enjoying the extra time with them and just puttering around the house a little bit. And but I'm still thinking about him every day and hope that everything's going well down there with the different activities that they do. I know some of you know that I've done fundraisers for their trip down to Nicaragua because they usually bring some supplies and work with the local church and feeding program down there. So that's what's been going on at my house. But other things that's going on, we had our second ever lunch, laugh, and craft last week. We made some great cards. Let me show them to you, actually. There they are. So Lunch, Laugh, and Craft is a special thing that I started doing every month. These were the cards that we made this month in March at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. We were kind of getting ready for spring. Just kind of some fun springy cards, flowers, little birdies, so we can get ready for spring. So Lunch, Laugh, and Craft will be happening again in April. It'll be April the 11th. So if you want to register, just remember to go to Linktree/Stampin' for Fun and just click class registration. And Lunch, Laugh, and Craft is pretty fun because we get to make cards, and it's at the local Swiss Chalet in Markham. So if you're driving distance from Markham, come. It starts at 11 a.m., finishes at 1 p.m., and you purchase your lunch directly with the Swiss Chalet. But I prepare all the card things. So then you can just pay me the $20 for the card making session, and then you purchase your lunch directly through the Swiss Chalet. So you'll make $20. But the best thing, I think, is the socialization. Bring a friend along, even if they've never crafted before. This is the perfect class to bring them to because I cut and prepare everything. I have all the supplies there. You just need to bring your own adhesive. But if somebody's never crafted before, don't even worry about bringing your own adhesive. I have something to loan you. Okay, so that is happening April the 11th. Register now because space is limited. Because Swiss Chalet says we can only have 10 people, so space is limited. You're going to want to register early for that. The next thing to know here, let me see whether I can change up the view, is the ladies retreat day. Come and bring all your unfinished crafting, because I get it. When you're at home and you need to craft, you'll think, oh no, I should go do the laundry, or I should wash the dishes, I should cook dinner. There's all these things that distract you from actually getting your crafting done. But I really know that taking time to do those things that make you happy, that you enjoy, it's a good thing. So I am helping you by setting aside a full day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, April the 29th. I've rented a hall. So again, space is limited because I want to give you guys lots of table space and room at the hall where you can craft to your heart's content. So whether you're stamping, scrapbooking, knitting, bring it, hang out with me, craft your heart to your heart's content, and I'll even make lunch for you, and that's included. So it is $75. I'll also help your inspiration by having 4 make and take projects there, a valuable goodie bag valued around $50, plus 2 pillow gifts. chance to win prizes, exclusive Facebook group, homemade lunch. So if you can't come in person, then don't worry, you can take the retreat in a box and take it to go. So you only have to pay $65 plus $20 if you need it shipped. So I know people have loved my retreat in a box and the inspiration that comes with it. And so register early. Okay, so let's get started. Do you guys remember what our feature product is this month? It's the Taco Fiesta. And if you heard me last week, I was like, yes, I needed the stamp set. Tacos with faces, how can you go wrong? And I do enjoy eating tacos. Tell me in the comments if you enjoy eating tacos and what toppings you'd like to put on your taco. My favorite topping, although when I have tacos at home, I don't always have it, but it's the guacamole. I love guacamole. I don't know why. It's just so smooth and rich, and it's got a little bit of kick to it. I do try to make guacamole at home, but I can never seem to get the right avocado like texture. But when I order it in a restaurant, I'm always so happy. Anyway, I love Mexican food. There's a shortage of Mexican food, I think, in Canada. Those of you who watch my video from the US, I'm super jealous because there seems to be way more Mexican choices in the US. So anyway, I love this stamp set, so I thought it's time to play with it. I'm going to be featuring it all month. And did you see, if you missed my video last week, you can go back and watch it, but this is the card we made last week. A taco with a mustache, right? So cute. So I had fun. And also last week, I showed you how to do some heat embossing to get that bold effect on the black paper. We also talked about the in colors. So this is the sweet sorbet and how the in colors are only available for 2 years. So it's good to kind of play with them and see how they coordinate. So that was last week's card. This week's card is fun. It's fun. It's simple. So those of you who earned a packet, you can go ahead and stamp along with me, or you can watch and do it later. And so what I'm using as my card base is, here, let me move these pieces. I did pre-cut them to make it easier for our presentation today, but I don't know if you prefer to see me cut it from scratch. But I will show you how our paper is sold in case you're unfamiliar. They do tend to be sold in 8.5 by 11. We do also have 12 by 12 sized cardstock, but I find for making cards, it's nice to use the 8.5 by 11. And all you do to make a card base is cut it in half. So you could cut it in half along this 11-inch side, in which case you'd be cutting it at 5.5, which is what we did for last week's card, right? So we cut it in half, and that created our card base. We cut it in half at the 5.5-inch mark, scored it at 4.25. But this week, we're going to cut it in half along this 8.5-inch side. So we're going to cut it at 4.25. And so the card will open this way, kind of like a little, I don't know what to call it. I was going to say a teepee, but I'm not really sure that's the right word. So that is our card base. So same idea. You're cutting in half, just on a different side at the 4.25, and then you'll score it at 5.5. So that's the easiest way to make a card base, is to remember to cut in half and then fold in half. And our next layer is going to be a sweet sorbet layer. So that's, although I'm focusing on this stamp set all month, I am also focusing on those nice new in colors, which are sweet sorbet, orchid oasis, Tahitian tide, starry sky, and parakeet party. So these are the 5 in colors for this year. So they'll be here for, half the year is already over because the new catalog kind of comes out in May. So it's almost done their first year. So, but I've been enjoying them, and I thought, why not make all these cards kind of matchy-matchy? And these colors are so bright and cheerful. So I thought they went really nicely with this Taco Fiesta set. And you can actually purchase all the ink pads together as a bundle and get a little bit of a discount when you do that. So knowing that these are only around for one more year, you're going to want to make sure you play with them and get them if you want them. But that means that the previous year's colors are leaving us. So these ones have almost lived out their whole 2-year tenure. So any of you who purchased this bundle when it first came out, or these colors, or you love any of them, you're going to want to stock up on the cardstock now. Trust me. I know the new catalog goes live in May, so you think you have time, but things start flying around the end of March, beginning of April. Like these will start to sell out. So you can thank me for giving you an early heads up. So the evening evergreen, polished pink, soft succulent, fresh freesia, and pale papaya. Guys, take a look at your stash and just make sure to get the reinkers. If you want to keep your pads juicy and fresh, make sure to get the cardstock, extra cardstock in these colors if you want to have them before they retire. Okay, so that's just a little public service announcement there for you. I love the fresh freesia and soft succulent. They are my two favorite. Pale papaya is pretty gorgeous too. They were really nice. Okay, so anyway, that was a little aside. Our card now is going to have a layer. I'm going to, very rarely do I do this, but I'm actually going to the 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so the measurement for this will be 4 1/8, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So it just gives a very like slim border. Sometimes that's kind of fun to do. So why don't we adhere that down? And go ahead, tell me in the comments what you think of these bright in colors, the sweet sorbet, because we're going to use a bunch of them next. Hang on. Okay. So what I did next was I took some of those beautiful in colors. So you can see them here: Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, and Starry Sky. Okay. And they are 1 inch. I'm pretty sure they're 1 inch by 4 inches. 1 inch by 4 inches. Okay, in 4 different colors. This is going to be so fun. So this is just a fun, I actually saw a card use this where they actually created a fringe. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper snips and you're going to just create a fringe. Remember a long time ago, Stampin' Up! Had like fringe cutting scissors? So they don't sell them anymore. And I think I might have gotten rid of it. For a while, my daughter hoarded it because they were kind of fun scissors. But I'm just using the paper snips to just create like a little fringe. So those of you who are kind of like me and have a little more of an organized personality, this is going to cause you stress. Oh, I almost ripped it in half. See, stress, 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 stress. It's all uneven. It's not straight. Okay, I nearly ripped it apart. That was very stressful. Maybe I won't snip it quite as high because that kind of stresses me out. This is not my style at all, but when I saw a card with a fringe like this, I was like, oh, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. So let's do that. Okay. So we'll do it with a sweet sorbet. So just snip, and it's not even, it's not equidistant. Like we're just not going to think about it. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. If it's giving you the heebie-jeebies, then you're doing it correctly. But some of you don't have a personality like me, and it doesn't bother you at all. Anyway, we just won't think about this. I'm just going to do it really fast so that I don't. Anyway. Kind of crazy what I'm doing. This is not me at all, but you're going to see the finished effect and you're going to be like, how fun is that? Okay, so then I'm going to use a white layer. So we'll move this aside. This white layer, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, so it's another 1/8 of an inch there. And what I'm going to do is start layering our little fringes here. So I don't know what order I want to do it in. Okay. So doesn't that have that fun Mexican kind of feel with these fringes? Oh, that one almost ripped. Okay, so we're going to glue those down. Eek. Okay, where's my adhesive? I'm so worried that piece is going to rip. Oh, so stressful. Okay, here we go. So don't forget, I love to create little packets for you to make it easy for you to create. So all you have to do is place a minimum $60 order on my online store. It is an exclusive online ordering special, just to say, you know, thanks for using the convenience of the online store. Because when you use the online store, your order gets shipped directly to you. You can see exactly what's happening, what's available, what's not available. So I kind of wanted to have you guys feel comfortable using the online store. And then as a thank you, you receive the extra make and takes from me. I don't know yet what my product of the month will be next month. I haven't decided yet. But I love sharing stamping with you. I love these things because if I didn't do my weekly Facebook time, my weekly video, I wouldn't have an excuse to stamp. Well, there's always an excuse to stamp. I guess there's always occasions to stamp for, but okay. So you see how it gives that extra texture, the fringe underneath. If you wanted to, you could kind of like crinkle it a bit or pull it a bit up, right? Just to make it look more like a, you know, but actually that kind of stresses me out. But I could see how it would add extra texture and fun. If you watch me regularly, you'll know that I like things straight and even. And anyway, this is way out of my comfort zone, but I think it's worth it for this card. Before I stick it down, let's do this. Can you guess which image I'm going to use? I'm going to use this fun piñata here. So let's stamp that. So we're finally getting to the stamping part of it. We've just been playing with paper so far. Okay, and we'll put it on a block. So the first time you stamp, I just always like to use the acronym SIP, stamp, ink, and paper. So here's our stamp. We'll take some ink. And this is the black Memento ink. And then we've got paper. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed if you're new to crafting or new to paper crafting. I will absolutely help you. Just message me and I'll help you get started with whatever you need, because it really depends what you want to create. If you're thinking more of birthday cards or kids cards, or if you like flowers and the kind of stamp you choose, but I'll help you choose your stamp, ink, and paper, because those are useful things to have. So I'm going to take some of these fun colors to kind of color in our little piñata. So I will make the, I'm just looking here over here. Do I have everything? I'm going to use kind of like a smoky slate kind of color to color our little guy in. And our blends markers are alcohol-based markers. They're very easy to use. The thing you need to remember is because they're alcohol-based, don't leave them uncapped for a long period, okay? Because they will dry out. So I always cap it when I'm done. And I'm just going to color it in. I'm using the bullet tip. There is also a brush tip, but I find I'm wanting to be a little more careful when I'm coloring and just a little more controlled for this smaller image. So is this light or dark? Oh, it's dark. Okay, well, I had wanted to use smoky slate light, but anyway, it's a darker donkey, darker piñata. That's okay. In real life, donkeys are all different colors, right? All different shades of gray. Okay. What's really going to brighten this guy up is when we use our in colors. So this is one of the magical things about Stampin' Up, I find, is the color coordination. So you'll notice that we used cardstock, and then you'll see I have blends markers in those same colors in the Sweet Sorbet and the Tahitian Thai. And that's what helps your projects look really nice and finished. Okay. Oh, should his ears be the same color? I don't know. I guess so. But I sort of feel like making his nose a different color. So since the card base is Daffodil Delight, I'll make his nose a little Daffodil Delight there. See, starting to brighten it up with a little bit of color. Maybe I'll, okay, and we'll color him. We'll get some Sweet Sorbet. So the lids are specially designed to try to keep it lasting as long as possible. So if you have trouble with the lids, I know some of you have arthritis in your hands or anything. So fun fact, before I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I was an occupational therapist. And I don't know if you know, but occupational therapists usually care about your hands and how they function. And anyway, so if you have trouble, a little trick is sometimes I push like this, okay? And just use the table to help me to close the lid if you have trouble with your hands. Okay, so let's keep going here. We'll just color in these little layers. I'm using the Parakeet Party. It's such a bright, cheerful color. There we go. And the Tahitian Tide. We can't forget the little tassels. Oh, I kind of need glasses. I could be way off here, but pretty cool. And let's make the tail Parakeet Party too. Why not? I can't see. It's so weird. I never used to understand why people would wear glasses to see up close. Because growing up, I always had glasses to see far. Look at how cute that is with the matching colors. Isn't that great? So there isn't a coordinating die, but it's okay. It's not hard to cut this out with our fantastic paper snips. So I'm just going to do a close cut just outside of the outline of the image. And we're going to cut out this cute little piñata. Okay. And then we'll snip around. Do you guys like to fussy cut? We call this fussy cutting when you're kind of cutting out something. I don't mind it. I probably wouldn't want to do 600 of them. Well, okay, very rarely do I make like 600 of anything, but I'm getting into the season where I have to start thinking about swap cards. I almost can't believe it. One of the benefits that I've earned through a lot of hard work and through your support and the wonderful Team S.T.I.C is an incentive trip. So Stampin' Up offers an incentive trip to some of their top performers who reach a certain level. And so it feels like it's been like 3 years since I've gone an incentive trip because of the disruption of COVID, but it looks like this year it might actually happen. And so I am going to be bringing some swap cards on that incentive trip for sure, because that's part of the fun. I was trying to see if I could get that little spot inside his tail, but oh, there we go. Okay. Look at how cute that is. Okay, So we're going to have him coming down here, and then we're just going to draw a string. So maybe it's easier if I stick him down first. I don't know what's easier, to stick him down or draw the string first. Let's try sticking him down. So something like that. And then I believe we still sell just a single black Stampin' Write marker. So I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to draw a string here. And then I'll just kind of like, I don't know, make like a little bow. I'm not doing a very good job here. Okay, it's kind of a messy string. Okay, but that gives the idea. How fun, how fun. And then we'll stick it on. So that is today's card. What do you think of it? Tell me what you think. The set is so cute. Although I'm not using the taco today. I was saying last week, it's like, make sure to join me every Tuesday. It'll be Taco Tuesday because we're using the Taco Fiesta stamp set. Okay, so that is our card today. This was our card from last week. Make sure to tune in next week to see what I create with the Taco Fiesta stamp set. Now, before I say farewell on this video, I promised you I'd show you some other, now we have a new section on the online store. So Stampin' Up! Has, tried to find a way to give us new product without all the hassle of kind of coming out with a whole new catalog and all of that. So some new products have launched recently on the online store. So just because it's on the online store doesn't mean you can't order it at a class, if you come to Lunch, Laugh, and Learn, or if you want to message me. So I just want to show you how to find it. Hopefully the screen share doodaddy will work. So if you, let's see. Will this work? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Well, it was a good idea. I think there's a way to do it still. Sorry, be patient with me. I'm going to figure it out. Because I really want to show you how to peek at it on the online store. So let's see whether we can do this. Let's try again. Always trying new things. Thanks for your patience, guys. Okay. Aha. Okay, hopefully you can see it there. So if you go to the online store, you're going to want to make sure that my name is in the corner here. So if it's not there, you can just look for me. You can just type in my name. Oops. Genevieve Co. And you can search. And there I am. Okay, but if you use any of the links that are that I put in my emails or everything, it should take you directly and my name should already be there. So hopefully you can see there's new kits and things like that. But if you go to the menu and go to shop products, if you scroll down, there's something called online exclusive. So these are the products that you can't see in the catalog. Okay, so they're you can see them online. Then if you want to order them, you can either shop online or you can message me. So look at all these new things. There's like a leaf punch, which is really great. I love punches. There's a new kit. Hopefully I'm sharing my screen. There's a cute rhinoceros stamp set. Look at that, with coordinating dies. That's super cute. I may have to get those. There's some new beautiful border dies. Lovely. Okay. At our team stamp camp, we used, is it here or is it sold out? Yes, we used this naturally gilded paper. So let me show you one of the cards. Did I show you that? Oh, here, I have to stop sharing my screen, I think. Yeah, last week I think I showed you some of that gorgeous paper, which is already sold out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so ta-da. Okay, so let me show you this card. This was one of the cards we made at the Team Stick Stamp Camp. So my Team Stick Stampers are those who have purchased the starter kit and are a part of my team. So if you're looking for a great deal and being part of an awesome community, then think about taking advantage of the starter kit. All the link there is in the description. Or you can go to my all important links there, and there'll be a link to take you to purchasing the starter kit, because you choose $165 worth of product. You pay only $135, no shipping. So it's an amazing deal. Anyway, so I like to do special things for those that are on my team, and team members on my team are from all across the country, and they have all different kind of goals in their stamping journey. Some people are doing it as a business. Some people are just shopping for themselves and enjoying the discount. And we've got everything in between. So one of the perks I have for my team is an exclusive stamp camp. We made 10 cards at the beginning of this month. And this was one of the cards that we made. Isn't that fun? And you can see the new online exclusive paper there. So I just wanted to show it to you in action. Okay, so hopefully you learned a few new things. Oops. And thanks for joining me. And I hope you have a fantastic week. And don't forget to register for upcoming classes, the Ladies Retreat Day in April and the Lunch, Laugh, and Craft in April. The deadline to register for any classes is April the 1st, but don't wait because space is always limited. And the Lunch, Laugh, and Craft doesn't work if you live long distance, but you can definitely get the retreat in a box. And for those of you that are a little more local, I would love to craft with you. So make sure to chat with me. We can also do a private class. I love to do those and set something specific up for you and your gang, whether it's your friends at work or book club friends. I'll bring the entertainment. So thanks for joining me. Have an amazing day, and don't hesitate to reach out. I love to connect with you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.